Let's talk about transitioning with the rifle. This is off the table. We're going to do some off the ground and also port arms. Not only how to pick the gun up and get it into action, but also how to get it down and out of action, because it's going to be rare that you ever end with a rifle. Let's start with on the table. Depending on what you're going to do, but in most cases, and by SAS covenants, the rear of the trigger guard has to be on the table. So when I walk up and I'm going to put my gun down, and if we're moving from left to right, and I'm going to shoot my pistols over there, and I'm going to come over here and pick the rifle up, when I'm staging my rifle, I'll simply just put my fingers in the lever, lay the rifle down, and just when my finger hits the edge of the table, I can come up and I know the back of the trigger guard's on. But what that really does is it exposes that lever, so when I come in to pick that gun up, it's already exposed where I can bring the gun straight up into my shoulder. Another thing that you want to do is when you're picking these up, always remember to come in and bring it on the inside. Picking the gun up and getting it into action is a hard thing to do. If you just snatch the gun up, you'll get that bounce effect. A real good way to pick a gun up off a table as you're coming into it is you come in, you step, and you bring that gun, just pull it right up into your shoulder, and as you're coming up, lever and fire. One thing you don't ever want to do, because it's slower, you don't want to pick the gun up and lever it and do this. That's slower. You're picking the gun up, stopping the gun, then moving the gun again. So you want to keep it all in one motion where it's just up and in, up and in. It's just up and in. That's the quickest way to get the first shot off. One of the things that I see people doing a lot when they're putting the gun away, after you get done with that shot, I see a lot of people coming down and they're putting your hand in between the table and the gun. On any long gun, be it a shotgun or a rifle, hand is, you open, it's always on top, so you can release the gun and go. If you have your hand underneath, you can have a tendency to roll. You have to stay here and go this way. So what you want to do is after you fire that gun, just open, down, and go. Now if you're going to the right, you have to pass the gun off. And a lot of times when people go to the right, they shoot, they open, they set it down, and they go. To pick up a little time, what you do, you fire that gun, open, shift, already be going like this. It's much quicker, so it's just, and you're gone. You can just, that gun, this is where I use them as tools. If you're worried about scratching your gun, well, maybe you want to lay it down real easy. But in most cases, the people that are wanting to shoot quick, they just drop their gun and go. Let's talk about the stance a little bit. Anytime you're shooting, you really, a lot of people want to get like, they turn this angle here. What you want to do is stay squared up. That way, I'm in position to use my legs and go back and forth. Also, I'm in position either to go left or either to go right. If I'm standing like this and I'm shooting one thing, I'm into the solder socket where we don't want to be. We want to be on the inside, which is hard to do standing this way. When you get this way, it's easy to keep it in the socket. So, you fire the gun, I'm in position to go this way, I'm in position to go this way. So practice having a more squared up stance with the Cowboy guns, so you can keep it mounted correctly. Okay, let's talk about staging the gun off the ground. Some people, I've seen some information out there, they're telling them to stage your gun this way for a right-handed shooter or opposite for a left-handed shooter, and they're saying come in here and grab the gun low and come up and put your hand in the lever and then come up and fire it. I personally don't care for that because it's a further distance to reach. I like grabbing the gun up here, and distance is time. So time you reach down and come back this far, plus I'm having to bend, and some of us older folks don't bend as good as some of you younger folks. So what I like to do is stage that gun this direction. And what I can do with that is I come up and I grab the gun in here and actually just flip the gun up to me. I can come in here, I grab the gun right here like I would if I just had it up. I just flip the gun up and roll it right into my hand and I'm able to shoot. It's very quick that way. You can just come right into it and lever and shoot. So that's a quicker way to pick the rifle up. In a little bit of practice, you'll pick that up. Now let's talk about putting the gun away in the vertical. There again, you don't need to do it two-handed. Once you fire the gun, you can open it. You simply let it down, let the butt hit the ground, drag it in to the spot it needs to go, and take off. You don't need to sit here and open the gun, set it down two hands, and go. It's very quick just to go, drag it in, and be gone. Now, if I'm doing right hand, it's a shift again. If I'm having to move this direction, as I fire the rifle, I'll simply shift it to my right hand, down, do the same thing, and go. So shooting off the ground, it's just a routine. It's like I said, just practice it, and you'll get it pretty quick. Picking the rifle up this way is faster than having to reach it and bend and come up this way.